Well, Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Sheryl Crow has a lot to sing about these days, being a mom, touring the country, and just about her fabulous life.
It's so fabulous. And Sheryl's new single, Easy, speaking about fabulous, it's out now, and on top of all that, she's touring. She's on a nutrition mission, actually, to help feed America's hungry, and we are so excited to have her here today. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Speaking of nutrition, as I'm stuffing that cookie in my mouth.
I know. It's
so good.
In moderation.
In moderation.
Good for us. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about Feeding America in a second because we've spoken about this before, and we both, feel pretty strongly about it. But I just want to start with a congratulations because you got an Emmy nomination this morning.
I can't believe that.
For the song that you wrote for Katie.
Like the whole social media thing, I got a Twitter congratulating me. I'm like, what's this? What? Or a tweet, not a Twitter. I mean, that's how kind of, but anyway, it's great. I love Katie, and I'm thrilled for her. She's nominated for 3 Emmys, and she has a great show, and she's a dear friend.
How'd you go about writing that song? Was it?
It was so fun. Well, we had specific things that we needed and wanted to write about, just about being a woman and being strong, and also, being there for each other. So it's always funny when you have these things that you need to try to get into a lyric and not make them sound corny. We had a great time doing it. It was a blast.
Well, clearly you didn't make them sound corny, and everyone loves it.
Oh, good.
Now, I know that you're from Missouri.
Yes.
Right? But you've lived in LA, New York. Are you in Nashville now?
I live in Nashville.
Do you still have a place
here? A lot of the time that I sold my place here. I bought it in like maybe 97, and I love coming here. Whenever I fly into New York, I just feel this.
And I love your place.
I just love it.
I saw it in El Decor.
It's great. Yeah, it's funny. When I bought it, it was very, a lot of homeless shelters and things, and now it's kind of gentrified. It's like a whole different neighborhood. But it's been, it's been a while.
Is Nashville as magical as they say when it comes to writing music and just?
Yeah, Nashville is an amazing place. I have 2 little boys, and it's a great place to raise kids. The quality of living there is great. I have a new record that's being released to country, which is fun for me because all of my friends are either songwriters or performers in the country world. And our kids go to school together, we all go to church together, we do each other's foundations, our fundraisers for each other. It's a really strong, close-knit community.
Well, and I feel like, you said that this is the best music you've ever written. I think I read that someplace. But how is it different now than it was before? Because it still has that essence of Sheryl Crow that we all know.
Brad Paisley came to me and said, you need to make a country record. Everyone has always believed that you should have been in our format. And I said, well, if you'll kind of, steer me a little bit. And he introduced me to a lot of great songwriters. And it was a little bit like going to school. I've been doing this a long time, but it's great to learn, not a new craft, but to learn how to make your lyrics more specific. I've always written stories, and that's what country music is about.
Absolutely.
But to make them more succinct. And I love the record. I'm really proud of it. It comes out in September.
We love the sneak peek we got, too.
Easy. My little staycation song.
Yeah,
staying home and drinking beer in your backyard.
Yeah, your music
in Mexico.
Your music is so inspirational. We just love the lyrics and the melodies and everything. Now, you were recently a mentor on The Voice.
Yes.
What was that like?
It was a blast. I mean, if you are a fan of the show,
we're huge fans.
Yes, Blake Shelton is that guy. I mean, in real life, off the when the cameras are off, that is him. He is just a doll and fun, and he loves his team, and he's just great. Just a blast.
So let's talk about Feeding America. You're on a nutrition mission. You've done this before.
Yeah, I've teamed up with One A Day Women's. Bear makes a vitamin called One A Day Women's, and if you buy a bottle of it, then they will contribute 2 meals to Feeding America, up to 2 million meals. And it's just unbelievable to me that in this country there are 50 million people who are living in food insecurity.
I know. I can't believe that either.
Yeah.
And so I just want to ask one more thing. If they gave you a job on The Voice,
excuse me. If they what?
Gave you a permanent job on The Voice, would you take it?
I don't want to live in LA. I was kind of there off and on for about 24 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm home now, and I have kids, and it's a huge. I would never say never.
Yeah.
But it's a huge commitment.
It really is. It's a lot of work.
Well, we love seeing you on it. We love seeing everything that you're doing, and this song is great. If it's any indication of what the rest of the album is, and
when is the
you're off to a great start.
The album comes out in September, September 10th, and then people can go on nutritionmission.com and find out how they can actually win a $25,000 grant to their local food bank just by sharing their stories about volunteering.
And there's $25,000 going to 4 grants.
And one of them gets to come to New York and meet me. And
That's a great
I mean, take me to a movie or something. I don't know what that,
There you go. And you can get
whether
more
they like it
information.
or not, they have to meet me.
That's right, you have to, and you're going to love it. Or you can get more information on our music, too, at SherylCrow.com. Sheryl, thank you so much for
Thanks,
stopping
guys.
by.
Yeah, thank you. And great shoes.
Oh, thank you.
All right, coming up, the first person, Chaz Bono.